But I'm doing all right over here. How about yourself today, David? How's your Sunday been? We just finished movie night over on my Discord side in my Discord community. I thought why not? It was like an hour left of this game, I think. So what's going on with you tonight? Oh yeah. Could do better. Interesting. All right. Very, very self-reflective today. What's got you so focused on yourself right now? I mean, nothing wrong with that at all. That's actually, I'd say that's a really good thing. Everyone needs to go through some self-introspective times. Multiple times, actually. Also, okay. Did we fully explore this room? I don't think we did. Not even close, yeah. Leave that open for later. Peace, survive alone and find a plan and make it in life. If there's anything I know in life, David, everyone's got potential. Everybody. And I know you do too. It's a matter of trying, how hard you try. But I will also be the first person to admit that sometimes life just sucks and can get in the way of that potential as well. But that also speaks to how hard one has to try sometimes as well. I don't know. It's not easy. I know it's not easy. But I really hope you don't give up. I really hope you have faith in yourself. Keep it together. This better be Street Fighter. Adventurous the Cat returns. I do like the accurate cartridge design. They failed on the back detail though. There should be a lot of Nintendo details on the back. I appreciate it, David. I'm glad you do find some comfort and enjoyment here. Weeks in are pleased with the results. I know you have been studying in my sleep, and because if you have been, you would not be pleased with the results at all. Cheat codes. Chun-Li moves. I'm sorry, Chun-Li does not have a fireball. Lightning kick, that makes sense. The helicopter, yep. Air stomp. Wait. Backside. Eh. Can I see the backside? Cannot. Okay. Stare. Scrutinize. Super Spitfire. A CMP interactive. Journey of Crystal. Now, I know there's one that has a similar... I know there's a real title that has a similar name to that one. No fucking way she does. At least no way back then. I am in a relationship, yes. I'm dating an awesome girl the next town over. We've been together for about 8 months. It's been really nice. It's what she and I consider like our first healthy relationship outside of our like after the shitty ones that we've been in. And thus far, yeah. Oh, wait! They are continuing the story, yes. Alright, The King's Labyrinth. Chapter 2, Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirt, a sturdy jerkin, descends the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate on their way now grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line into the stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading their way back to the entrance from further into the labyrinth. A moaning began to echo. The moaning grew louder and clearer. It turned into words of some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice, the hairs on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for the moment too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. I would remember if you told me, David. Unfortunately, I suck. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth. Vooch! That's it! Thank you. I'm sorry, I remember Vooch. I remember the conversation. I remember like the past. Been around for a while. Fucking change the... Okay. Hold on a second here. I think I can do a little something to help remind myself. Okay, no. I thought there was a way to edit information on here. It's unique, just... Look, okay, Vooch is unique. David is not. Sorry. Anyway, following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap, spilling forth otherworldly blue light. The great basin and the dead king's throne room lay below, skeletal in rotted robes. The king was hunched over the blue orb, topping his royal scepter. Hot. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the walls like ghouls as he sung. Wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks of the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Okay, I'm trying to remember that. I had to remind myself. This seems weirdly written. That I had to remind myself. This was written by a second grader. Causing it to glow brighter and brighter. Behind it, the king. A long staircase hewn from the rock led down from the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you." But the first mate interrupted. "No, I am smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle the other side and get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase. She held up the silk line, all traced by his invincible thread. Of course, Allegra said, "It is a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread onto the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute and a wink, and dashed off. Do I like reading? I mean, I do. I just don't do it. I don't read much. It's my brain just doesn't resonate as unless it really gathers my attention, and even then, I have to make myself do it. Don't know why. Allegra waited, staring vigilantly across the top of the stairs where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his... Wait, no. The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs. The first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran, summoning his undead power. The king left and the ground levitating, gliding behind her with a distressing speed. From the dank passage, much too far away, Allegra had heard the first mate's scream. She was already running toward the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, and it shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering the line, twisting it around her arm. She came up to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran and ran. Damn. Got your number. Are you going to the dance with anybody? Who's got a crush on you? Do you like sports? Would you introduce me to your friend? Are you busy Friday? Get your friends together. It's time to find out who has the big crush. Is it Matt from science class or Daryl from track? You'll never know who's unless you got his number. That does sound like a straight-up 90s game. Sam had this in, like, 4th grade. Wait, so Sam had this. Wait, so does that mean that we're Katie? It seemed like a lot extra for just for that. Well, shows how much I care. Do I like coffee? Oh, I love coffee. I've always loved coffee. I've always loved coffee. Coffee is like how I survive life. Mitten. S is for special, A is for adorable, merry, affectionate. think the code. Is it 2 or 1? Might be an entirely different code altogether. Feels like everywhere's got a. It feels like everywhere has a 101.7. Dr. Jitters. Samantha Greenbrier, year 1. Shop, metalworking. Not a challenging assignment. Metal plaque for family portrait, reasonable subject, but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents' names, I did not mean just add them underneath. Acceptable level of edges. Show more pride in work. I mean, she just might not be into it. The Brothers 150. This is the one me and Dad are building. Want to go for a ride when it's done? Damn. Steggy! Cute. Oh. What do we have here? Hi, Lonnie. I wrote this in first period and left... shit. I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing. I've decided to write me back. Also, here's an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle. Hey, this is a good idea. What all the cool kids are doing is actually sending each other pages on their beepers. Wow. But we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. Have you ever done a setup tour? No. Not much to see. Mostly because a lot of it's a mess. And also a lot of it's just red blankets. Drawing of cats was so good that I added a background to make it even better. Maybe I should stick to writing though. Haha, I like it. How do you know? Oh fuck it, let's try. How did you know they were about to be? Nope. Abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Fish right now. I feel like he probably would have a lot of cats. Like his secret shame is that he watches 90210 religiously. I'm going to ask him about cats after class. He said he has 2 cats and he has never watched 90210. But I can see in his eyes he was lying. Also, this feels very Goonies Never Die. Malayas. Pacific Institute of Art exhibits. That noise. I know I'm the only person in this house, but it throws me off. Also, this was 4 or 5 months after I was just born. Misfits. What is that called? Grab emery board? What? It's a nail file for cats. No, that's just the one that popped up here. A nail file is called an emery board. I was about to be like, no, that's a nail file. I know, because I use them every fucking day at work. Never once have I ever heard them called that. Emma, Oliver Twist, Tom Sawyer, Ben-Hur, Jungle Books, Selected Stories and Poems, The Virginian, Treasure Island, Call of the Wild, War of the World, Scarlet... something Metamorphosis Frankenstein. Also, this is such a real design.
Lonnie brought her hair dye over today. She said, I need to fix these roots. Think you could help? Dyeing hair is weirdly intimate. I don't know if I've touched someone else's scalp before. That's pretty intimate, right? It felt intimate. We looked in the mirror together after, and I expected her to say something about how it looked crappy, or good, or whatever. But that's when she said, "You're so beautiful." And she was looking at me.
Gay.
Right in that moment, I wanted to say something, but I waited. And the moment was gone.
Cute. Stains left over after all this time. Is that a barfing burger? Hey Sam, do you want to see Pulp Fiction after school at the Coliseum? It came out last weekend and Todd won't shut up about it, so it's either good or we can make fun of him for liking it. My mom is supposed to cook dinner for us tonight for a change, but I can just ditch out on it probably. What time? Also, isn't that movie supposed to be really violent? Am I going to barf? According to Todd, it's pretty hardcore. I guess Uma Thurman gets stabbed in the heart with a heroin needle. So, that's kind of hilarious. Also, something about cheeseburgers is important. I think Todd's going to come so he can come see it, if that's okay. 7:15, okay? Don't barf. See you then. Earth Day benefits celebration music for the planet featuring Earth, Wind, and Fire and Willie Nelson. I'm going to hold on. There we go. Dear Mom and Dad, I'm going to Shunnell. This is my second passage through the Shunnell. I'm on my way back to from London this time. I'm going to Brussels, Belgium. Sorry I didn't write you on the way to London, but I was too excited about the Shunnell. London was great, Dad. I know you always wanted to visit, and I think you really should. You'd love it if you wanted to come back here as a family sometime. I guess I could be convinced. Love you all, Katie. Thank you. Mad chill is what I strive for most of the time. Occasionally you might see me lose my shit over a Soulsborne game, but mad chill is what we shoot for. Good enough. That reminds me, we didn't search the trash in here. Just lose their shit. I'm glad. I'm glad I'm in good company. Student name Yolanda DeSoto, Goodfellow High School, disciplinary referral. Back in the year before, it looks like. Mr. Benchley observed Miss DeSoto wearing a t-shirt with unacceptable imagery on the front. A beer can labeled Pabst Blue Ribbon. Because it's a high school. Alright, Q. Well, you have a good one, okay? Get some good sleep and take it easy. Have a good one. And thanks for coming by and saying hi. Miss DeSoto was given an option to turn her shirt inside out, change into a shirt from the gym locker, or be suspended for the rest of the day. She chose suspension. Her father was called, but there was no answer and no answering machine. Miss DeSoto must return this form tomorrow. Damn. sure that suspension went really well. That's right, we never did this.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah.
We're so cool.
Fuck
Yeah, yeah.
you too. Cool, come on. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the weather. We're just a good old day. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna walk away. I don't wanna hear how many friends you have. I don't have any anymore. I don't want you to tell me what's so cool. I don't.
No. Let's say there's nothing I don't hate right now. Did it say oh barf in the first time around? Wait. Mom and Dad's room. Yeah, at least Mom and Dad are making sure they don't have any extra making sure they don't have any extra siblings. Although most people keep their condoms by the bed. This sounds more like Screaming than Snow. They could have done a better job on that one. Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid fugitive. All the President's Men. Bridge on the River Kwai. Silence of the Lambs. Something. The Sound of Music. The Swiss Family Robinson. Gone with the Wind. Close the Armoire. Mitten! I love how it doesn't say who's who. Because right now I'm still not quite sure if we're Sam or Katie. I think we're Katie now. Or not that we changed, but like, wasn't quite sure before. Walt Whitman. Leaves of Grass. Collection of poems. Was first, not before it's banned on the grounds of obscenity. We didn't get quite a chance to finish this like I was hoping, but we should be able to finish it tomorrow. A second here. Oh.
It's
Okay. So we can go back and listen to those if we want to. Alright. We are heading off. What's up, Trickster? Back on Breach? I never played Breach, bitch. I played Brimstone. Fake fan. You never knew me. None of you knew me. Not going back to Valorant. That game is bullshit now.